Coronavirus Debunked. Let's talk about it. Now, before we go any further and talk about it, I just want to take this time to say if you have subscribed to this channel, you are one of those very blessed individuals who are blessed to tune in to this enlightened 5D perspective news coming at you, because the mainstream media is propagating nothing but lies. So by tuning in to this YouTube channel, by subscribing, you are being enlightened and helping the family of light at the same time. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. Let's go! As the grand event culmination of Earth Year 2020 draws closer, an intense final drama between light and dark has played out on the surface of our planet recently. A higher dimension is clashing with a lower one, creating a strong division of energies. One energy vibrates high and the other energy vibrates low. The 5D energy vibrates high and the 3D energy vibrates low. These two distinct vibrations reached a peak this last week on the surface as of 2/7/2020 and were played out on the human drama stage as two opposite sides, good and evil, light and dark. As you know, 350,000 years ago, darkness came here and beat out light and completely enslaved this realm until recently when light forces took back full control of this planet.
Of the Lucifer.
350,000 years ago? 350,000 years ago. You know what happened 350,000 years ago? That's when Satan came down and during one of his periodic visits to the planet, he came down and visited with the planetary prince back then during those times 350,000 years ago. He was the planetary prince of this world, Caligastia, whom you call the devil. He was pretty much what you call well, he's not anymore, he's not the god of this world, but he proclaimed himself God of this world. 350,000 years ago, when Satan came down and informed him of the Lucifer's rebellion. Okay, so Satan informed him of the Lucifer's rebellion, and then on the announcement of the rebellion, Caligastia came together with his staff and Daligastia, and he proclaimed himself God on earth. And he told all the staff to resign and relinquish all their powers so he could take them and redistribute those powers and those offices to his staff. And his staff went on and created a whole bunch of giants. But not to get ahead of myself, you know, the Nephilims, yeah, that's the seeds of the devil's staff. Those are the devil's children, the giants, the Nephilim. All right, we're not going to get too far ahead, so let's get back to the message.
Images of gods from the stars, symbolized by feathered serpents, can be found all over planet Earth. In ancient Mexico, there was a god king known as Quetzalcoatl. The word Quetzal means bird, and Coatl means serpent. He was the god from the stars who brought civilization and knowledge of the cosmos to the people of Central America. Ancient texts from Yucatan, known as the Chilam Balam, tell us that the first inhabitants of the region were called the Chanas people, which means people of the serpent. They were ruled by a king called Itzamna. The word Itzam means lizard, and he is depicted as being half human and half serpent, just like the reptilian figures seen on the walls of the Temple of Hathor in Egypt. North America, at Sago Canyon in Utah, we again see erectile serpents flanking star beings. This is the exact same iconography as we find at the Temple of Hathor in Egypt. This suggests that knowledge of a race of reptilian aliens was accepted as fact in the distant past right across planet Earth. Perhaps the most ancient of all Chinese texts is the mysterious Yi King, which describes how humans were genetically modified by a goddess known as Nu Kua. She was a reptilian whose descendants became the emperors of China. Time and time again, we see rock carvings and ancient texts from all over planet Earth telling us that dragon-like reptilian humanoids invaded planet Earth and genetically created a race of hybrid alien human rulers. Many authors believe that the reptilian Anunnaki warriors of ancient Sumeria, who invaded the Caucasus Mountains, have secretly continued to control mankind via the worldwide network of secret societies, which are loosely described as the...
Delta Force counter-ops were initiated yesterday as of 2/7/2020 to start removing top Force Archon powers, and a major plan is on the way at that very hour to bring all of them to universal justice. Yes, these devils are getting wiped out. Yes, they are. Where does the darkness go when the light turns on? Delta Forces say these nefarious beings will simply start disappearing from this realm for good, about time, as they are no longer allowed to be here under the new galactic codex and by the virtue of the universal laws. 350,000 years ago, whom you call the devil, Caligasha had betrayed the planet upon Lucifer's declaration of liberty. Now, you know that the light forces came back and took over this world and beat out the darkness. These people are no longer allowed to be here on Earth. They are being taken off the planet. So as a cover up, these entities spreading out fear. Okay? The dark 3D matrix entities who have been manipulating mankind for eons are no longer allowed to be on our planet, and they are panicking, so they're spreading mass fear to the public. Okay? Yes, indeed. The current 5D central sunlight energies that are coming towards the Earth, that are coming to the Earth's surface, do not support control and domination. That's what these low frequency entities depend on. Fear, control, and domination. And this 5D central sunlight coming towards the planet did not support that. And they will get stronger and stronger as springtime approaches. Alright? So they do not support control and domination. Therefore, any lower dimensional beings that are used to feeding off other people's energy, that are used to controlling others, that are used to manipulating others for profits and gain, they are no longer allowed to be on our planet. And they are freaking out. So they're using the coronavirus and all the stock market and all that crap as a cover up, so you do not know what's going on. But you're smart, you're a child of light. That's why you have subscribed to this channel. Okay? This special celestial 5D 40 to 100 hertz multicolored plasma beams are for the purpose of, number one, the removal of all 3D toxins from your layered bodies. and to clear all 3D and 4D trauma energies out of your auric field. And number 2, they are for removing all negative situations and beings from your space, presenting you with new abundance opportunities and high vibrational relationships, releasing you forever from all 3D control situations and building you back as the powerful angelic being that you truly. They are no longer allowed to be on our planet, okay? So they are panicking, and they have created a tremendous amount of fear, okay? A tremendous amount of fear is being propagated in the world by these dark forces, okay? This is all part of that. If I can't have it, nobody can. Tantrum that these forces are spewing in the final ditch and attempt to create mass chaos on our planet. They are being forced to exit the planet, and they are not going off the planet without a fight. The coronavirus thrives on fear. It attaches to the vibration of fear. That is how it was programmed. That is how it was designed. It cannot touch you if you vibrate high. If your thoughts and your actions are positive, okay, the coronavirus will not be able to affect you. And with that being said, you must take all precaution to avoid infected areas. You gotta be aware of who's around you. You can't be around mass public areas. If somebody's infected, stay away from them, because these devils are panicking and they're looking to wipe out as many of the Earth population they can as they're being taken off the planet. Stay woke. You have to understand, dear ones, you have to understand that the mainstream media is 100% controlled by these dark forces who use the media as a tool to spread fear to the unconscious masses, to those who are sleeping. So yes, you exercise great skepticism when you question everything that you read and everything that you see. Even this documentary right now, you could question it and do your own research. All right? These dark forces are controlling the media. It is their high priority for all these forces, because it is a high priority for these forces because the media is the primary tool for spreading mass fear and mass panic. So they're using their mainstream powers to cause chaos, confusion, as a cover up to the fact that they are being taken off the planet. The 5D Earth is here, right now. Peace. Peace, 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 peace upon all humanity, and death. Yes, death and prison and destruction to all the wicked, alright? These people are sick, okay? They're sick reprobates. Their real intent for manufacturing this virus, okay? The real intent behind this virus is to wipe out as much of our population as possible. These dark forces have not been allowed to use their weapons to start wars, as the Galactics have disarmed their weapons and rendered them useless. So, as a result, they want to start a biochemical warfare. That's what's going on. Alright? World War III will simply not be allowed under any circumstances. Any powers that tries to start a war will face immediate consequences. Therefore, they are moving to secondary tactics by using biological weaponry against mankind. Okay? Because it is easier to slip these attacks past the galactic detection. Look at them. Look, you see them spitting right there. Look, they're spreading it. They're spreading the virus all over. These people are sick. You gotta be careful, people. These reptilians, these low vibrational entities are out here trying to wipe out humanity because they are no longer allowed to be here. Yo, do what you gotta do. You better fight against these reprobates, because if you do nothing, you are as guilty as they are.
Supervisor, I have the flu. I've been working with a shattered pelvis for 3 weeks.
Oh, my juice loosener's never gonna come.
Hey, Dad, this came from the mail.
Mother, get an extra special hug ready. I bought you a new juicer. Good Lord. Flu germs entering every orifice in my head.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes, we are draining the swamp, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. That way, when our next video drop, you'll be the first to know. Peace.